Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the King and I Life podcast hosted by myself, Soul Touch of the Poet, and my brother.
Son Soul Lex.
You know what to do. You know what to do. You know what to do. I'm going to let my brother jump in here because I know he got some heat for us after our last segment. So go ahead and run through it, my brother.
Man, you guys can reach us at KingAndEye369 at gmail.com. Again, that's KingAndEye369 at gmail.com. You guys can hit us up with topics. If you want to be a guest on the show, or if you just want to chop it up with us, hit us up on that email. Again, we have a Patreon account, so we got good information over there. If you guys want to catch those episodes, and if you want to contribute to the show, you guys can also hit us up on Cash App. Again, every dime goes to the show, not to us. Appreciate it. But this coming back to the conversation, right? Again, I think we both could argue our sides until we're blue in the face, but nothing's going to happen again until we come together and decide enough is enough. And for some reason, we haven't reached enough yet. As crazy as that shit is,
it's sad.
We have people who, yes, are living, a crazy life, meaning on narcotics, but for every one person on narcotics, there's, who knows how many not on narcotics, who's actually here trying to make a difference, who's trying to live, a righteous life. I would say with the whole Tulsa thing, right? We were trying to do our thing then, meaning, have our own communities, work within a system that we know was not for our favor. But every time we build ourselves up, you come and kick the goddamn legs out from underneath us and then tell us to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. While you giving out government grants, loans, subsidies to foreigners who have absolutely nothing to do with this damn land. That's the crazy part about it, right? But in the end, again, at some point, we're going to have to stop pointing our fingers at other people and point them back at ourselves. Because at the end of the day, it's like when Dorothy was in The Wizard of Oz and she wanted to find out who's behind the curtain. Sooner or later, we're going to have to pull that damn curtain. And when we pull that curtain, a lot of you are going to be surprised who's behind the damn curtain. But I'll give you a good idea. If you go look in the mirror, you'll see exactly who's behind the curtain. Nothing changes unless we change it. If we keep speaking to ourselves and speaking to our people that, nothing's going to change, it's always going to be like this, then that's exactly what the universal creator is going to give us. There's so much power in your own words. If you think you can or you think you can't, you are right either way. So until we get that across, our thick skull and stop saying we can't do this and we can't do that, then I guess we can't. That's all I got.
I agree with you. The only thing that I would kind of rebuttal is comparing Tulsa to current times. And I only say that because, we had our own thing. They kicked the legs from under us. Hey, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. But, that is something that we should have been used to from, the early days of slavery. They took our dignity from us. They took our culture from us. They took everything from us and said, at least I'm being nice to you. At least I'm feeding you. At least I'm doing this for you. At least I'm doing that for you. And we did not have to settle for that, but we did. You know, I don't know if you saw the movie Black Panther. When Killmonger and T'Challa was fighting at the end, I can't remember what his exact words for, but he said he'd rather die. Pretty much, he'd rather die than be a slave to the system, or whatever the case may be. My problem with our people of today is we don't have that mentality. If we had that mentality, I feel like things would change for us drastically, because what they have feared from us for the longest time is us sticking together. That's what they have feared from us for the longest time. Even though, and even if, and even when we got together and said, fuck y'all, we're going to do our own thing, they feared us coming together. They still to this day fear us coming together. And we're so mind gone and mind fucked that we buy into that shit. Passively. Some actively. So my thing is this. We don't have to opt out of the system. We just need to stick the fuck together in it. We can't have people straddling the fence. We can't have people with 2 feet in. We can't have people with no feet in. We need to be together in it, because the more we make these strides forward and bring a strong front forward, the less they can do to hold us back. As long as we are fractured, splintered, and scattered, we're going to take the crumbs of, hey, Juneteenth got signed into law. Hey, we got Black History Month. Hey, every city in the goddamn country has a Martin Luther King Jr. street, lane, court, highway, or something. That's a fucking crumb. It's a crumb. We were happy with those crumbs until the honeymoon phase was over. Now, if you look at all these Martin Luther King Jr. streets, avenues, parkways, highways, or whatever the case may be, what does it look like today? Does it really represent us? Nah. Why? Because we said, we climbed the hill, we got a plateau, now we can chill out. Voting rights. Going back to that. If we are not fighting for what we deserve, we are not going to get anything. We're just not. We're just not. So another part of the topic of this Juneteenth thing, is this a give me holiday to have us eventually forget about it? We both can agree, yeah. We're going to give them this to shut their asses up. It's just like what we do to our kids. We're going to, you know what, stroke, make too much noise. Let me give you a toy or a lollipop so you can shut the hell up. And we're okay with that as a whole. Whether you are actively participating or actively opting out, this is what we're accepting as a whole. Now, going back to your point of us having our own. Again, you got the Asians in the community, they own the building. They got the store. They selling us their chicken wings, fried rice, whatever the case may be, malt liquor. They got the Indians that own all the 7-Elevens and stuff now. Boom, cool, bet, got it. Why we ain't doing that? There's no reason why we should not be doing that. But then at the same time, I have to leave Tulsa alone. I have to leave all our old accomplishments alone and look at today. We don't appreciate shit. We don't. We don't appreciate shit. I don't know about where you are, but when I go into some of the establishments that are appear to be owned by us, they look like shit. Ain't nobody shopping it. So when it's like, we can do this, we probably could. But where we at?
As far as the business aspect of it, right? I go into their shops and their shops look like shit too.
I can agree.
I'll be dead honest.
I can agree.
But we still shop with them. True, some of us could, tighten up our business, but a lot of us do have great businesses. I just think if so many other people other than us are running businesses in our community, we could start there. Meaning we don't have to spend our money with them. We just don't. If we stop spending money with them, they're not making enough money to make their mortgage on the building or pay their taxes or live the lifestyle that they're accustomed to. So if they're not making that kind of money, eventually they're going to like, well, shit, I got to move on. I got to go somewhere where I can make money. So once they've sold the building or vacated the building, that's when we do what we do, meaning get the proper permits or pull our money together to buy that property, so on and so forth. But again, if we're not pulling together, meaning getting away from this damn crab mentality of, I'd rather pull my brother down than push my brother up type of mentality, then we're not going to get anywhere. So I totally agree with you on that. I mean, I could go on and on again, but we're just in discussion. we both know what needs to be done, but will it get done? That's a good question. I'm not going to say yay. I'm not going to say nay. I'm going to say it's going to be what it's going to be. We've gone through who knows how much stuff, man. Come on. And we're still going through it. So again, how much is enough? When you already own every damn thing, you're pretty much running the world. How much power is enough? When you're not only running the physical world, you trying to get into the damn spiritual world. How much is enough? I'm not putting it on any particular race of people. I'm saying the powers that be. Because me sitting here saying the white man did this and the white man did that, that's redundant. It makes no sense at this point. Because if you honestly think that one race of people have that much power over the rest of the world, over everyone else? Okay. Well, good luck with that one. And I'll put it to you like
I
that.
think that's part of the problem. People think one race has that much power because that's what we know, so to speak. I know there's a better way of saying that, but that's what we know. That's what been deeply ingrained in us. That's what we submit to. But at the end of the day, if we got people walking around without the right mentality, this is what we stuck with. It's unfortunate that this is what we're stuck with because we can do so much better. I know we can do much better. I just don't have the faith because I see it. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, if I could sit next to a motherfucker that's in my house every fucking day and be like, yo, stop drinking so much. Why you drink so much? And I get a bunch of dumbass fucking excuses. And I'm like, yo, I've been through a whole lot more than you. What the fuck is wrong with you? And just magnify that to how many of our people out there have that same fucking mentality. It's like, come on, man. Don't you want better for yourself? Don't you want better for us? Don't you think we have we got things to do. We got things to do. But you're forcing me to be like, you know what? I got to worry about me. I can't worry about this joke over here because this joke is going to hold me down. When it's like common sense and basic knowledge that we are stronger united on every front. If we put our money together and do X, Y, and Z, it's a baby step. Just imagine where we could be. Again, not going back to Tulsa, just looking at today. If we put our resources together, invest in each other, invest in what we have. I mean, come on. Maybe I'm naive. I think it's that simple. But I literally hear people saying, "Oh, it's so hard." What the fuck is hard? What makes it hard is not trying. Why are you comfortable not trying? What's so hard about changing your mindset? Again, Juneteenth may be crumbs, but you know what? It's some people that fought hard for them damn crumbs. And look what it got them. I mean, come on. There is so much little stuff that we can do to have several Juneteenth moments. Several little things that we could do to have so many Juneteenth moments. So we won't be sitting back saying, oh, they expect me to be happy with a crumb? Well, shit, you get enough goddamn crumbs, you got a meal.
Yeah. One couldn't say that. That's for sure. We get enough crumbs. Well, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to the King and I Life podcast. This has been a long conversation. I think it was therapeutic, to say the least. I think we've given people enough just to think about. We all have our own ideas about what direction we think we as a group of people should go in. Again, we can agree to disagree and still move as one. We might not go in the right direction at the speed that some of us feel we need to go into, but at least we can agree upon that one thing. So thank you guys for tuning in to the King and I Life podcast. I am Son Soul Lex.
Soul Toucher the Poet.
The floor is yours. Soul Toucher.
I echo my brother's sentiments fully. Our future depends on us solely. We cannot put our future in anybody else's hands. I don't give a damn if it's your brother, sister, cousin, aunt, cat, dog, rat, local sheriff, politician, whatever. Our future is in our hands, and we need to be like-minded and on one accord. As a lot of these rappers and stuff were saying on YouTube and stuff, we need to get on code. Unfortunately, when they say get on code, they're talking about some minuscule bullshit that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things when it comes to us as a whole. Again, we can move mountains if we all push on it. Nothing is stopping us. But thank y'all for listening. Yeah. Thank y'all for continuing to support us. Hit us up if you want to come on the show, like Son Soul Lex constantly says, man. Just hit us up. KingAndEye369@gmail.com. That's KingAndEye369@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, share on all of our platforms. That's all I got.
Appreciate it, folks. As we say here in the South.
And so we out.
Make sure you guys catch us on the next one. Power to the people.